what do they got to eat? Here, guys. What's this say? I don't know. What's that say? I know, but I'm not going to tell. I think it says it's good.
Conjecture Hoops contains all the presumptions, assumptions, and off-the-wall postulations a growing kid needs. Conjecture Hoops, a big bowl of bullshit.
I think it says it's good.
Where's the music, man?
Which one you want, the intro or the theme song?
It's all in one. I've sent you with this all in one. We do this every episode, man.
As we've just seen, drugs make your problems go away. So make it the best day possible. Remember, it's drugs that counts. Take one and take a chance.
Woohoo!
Saturday morning cartoons.
That's definitely not the right one.
Please welcome.
We need to have a talk about this.
I have 3 videos, Max. I have the intro, the please welcome, and the conjecture.
Listen, bro.
I got my notebook right here.
It's up here. We just need to bring it right down here, right?
Okay, I'm with you. Tell me
the
what
first
to do.
one with the conjecture hoops. After that, there is the music, and then the little ident I did with the big cereal bowl. Do you remember?
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
You put all these.
Yeah, it's in one long thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It is, bro. And then the He-Man one, you can use that as an outro, or you can fuck it off. We've got to keep the new series ident. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
We've got to go with it aesthetically.
So the 2 videos that I played, you combined those in one.
Yeah, I sent it you.
You sent it to me by email or by WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, I think. Do you need it by email?
No, I got it. I'll fix that today.
Okay.
Ben, I'm so proud of you. You're doing your best.
I'm really
being so mean.
Jesus
Christ, you put a mustache on for 1 second, and you're a dictator.
Hey man, I'm just flying my colours for the show, right?
No, it's all right. I know.
An Italian plumber could definitely have a hedgehog.
I'm off today. I can tell.
What is wrong with you?
It's all right though. It's all right because this is gonna be a great show. I haven't had my caffeine yet. I'm still asleep.
Ooh, I forgot. This was right in front of me. I didn't even remember.
And I couldn't get. I'm drinking a fucking energy drink like.
That's okay, man. Get yourself a giant Costa mug like mine.
The thing is,
how's my nose over the top of it? That makes no sense.
Because it's a filter. You see, it's a layer.
So good.
You know about layers, Mr. Digital Artist. So I couldn't get coffee this morning because the fucking girl at the panaderia is Spanish for bakery. Wouldn't fucking give me a coffee because I'm not wearing a mask.
What?
And I was like, bitch, I'm already breathing on your face. Like, the damage is done. Give me a fucking coffee. And she was
already
like,
sentenced you to death.
And she was like, go across the street to the drugstore and buy a mask and come back. And I was like, if I go across the street to the drugstore, you think I'm coming back to this place?
Well, surely by doing that, you're going to be spreading even more germs over a wider area.
But they're not interested in the spread or the non-spreading of germs. They're interested in you obeying Big Brother. That's literally what it is.
And I can't believe people fell for that because now it's like they're not even interested in making money.
Yeah, for real. Like, you just lost a customer, dude. And like the next time that I want coffee or a fucking roscone or whatever, I'm going to walk 2 more blocks to the other fucking panaderia.
Exactly. Just to not have to deal with this shit.
Fuck, dude.
Nick, you're working on something.
Sort of. Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm listening.
Fuck, dude.
No, I want to see it.
Oh no, I'm not working on anything artistic. I'm actually filling out some paperwork for the government.
Oh right, okay. Can I see it?
Can I see it?
Oh sure, yeah.
Can you show me, please?
It's stuff for the
Yeah.
VA.
Screen
Look at
grab.
that.
Screen grab. Sweet cherry.
That has my phone number on it. Whatever. Maybe I'll get some phone calls. Whoops.
Right, so we have got a topic for today, right? But first we're gonna get into what we should have been doing 3 series ago, which was interviewing other creators.
Yeah, the original plan was
their
to
work.
have that as a separate show, but I think it'd be more fun if we just do everything together and make it a big
Yeah,
channel.
I do too. I think that the nature of Saturday morning cartoons has made itself pretty apparent now, and that is we do what we fucking want.
Right. And if you call in, you get to direct what the show is about until such a time as I get angry or bored with you.
Yeah, which takes about 3 seconds if
Which
you're
depends.
Joke's on you.
Which
He was
honestly,
already angry and bored.
honestly, it
before
depends on
even
you.
called.
It depends on you. Today I'm in a bad mood, so keep
That's
that
true.
in mind. So today's topic is my hat or Max's hat, which one's cooler? But we'll get to that later. Basically, video games, the characters themselves, the cartoon shows, the music from the video games, and the live action versions, Sonic or Mario. So get your thoughts in order. Think about that. But in the meantime, here's our good friend Dirk to talk about his book. What's up, sir?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Hey.
All right.
Really well, mate. All the better for seeing you. Now, let me just check my notes.
Hey, you're never that excited to see me. Jesus.
How
Derek
is
Clay,
the
Ballad
nose?
of the Celestials.
How's the nose
right.
on the outside of your notebook? I don't understand.
It's layers, Ben.
Yeah, our
So
book's
hey, man,
Ballad of the Celestials, man.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw the Ballad of the Celestials pop up on Twitter by your writer. Nice chap. Had a little conversation with him. Your book seems to be like a fantasy sort of book.
Yes.
Which spoke to me deeply because
Awesome.
that's the sort of thing that we like around these parts.
Yeah, I like that.
Nick Unlisted's got his own fantasy book going on, and me and Ben have got our own fantasy book going on, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I really like the artwork too. Do you want to give us the rundown on it, the elevator pitch?
Yeah. So this is a 30-page fantasy adventure epic set in the antediluvian era, which is pre-flood. It's going to hit on all the mythology of the world. So we're going to take like real life mythology and throw it into the story, but we're going to give a reason why it exists. So if you ever wondered why maybe centaurs and like these people worship these animals and these beings all across the world, like Norse mythology have these hybrid beings, even Roman and I can't think of the religion, but in India they always have these hybrid beings that are like 6-armed people and half elephants, and we're going, why was that all over the world? So we're going to give a little bit of a story as to why that happened.
That sounds great. So so I have a question.
Okay.
These hybrid animals and such, are these like the animals or the creatures that didn't survive the flood, or that would eventually would in the future not survive the flood? Like,
Maybe
is that
not.
as to why they're in the story but not in our real lives?
Yeah, and you got to ask, why did Greek mythology go away, right? Why did it go away? Why did they stop worshiping in that stuff? Why did it just disappear out of nowhere?
Oh man, Ben's the right person to ask about this.
Yeah, so it's all about.
Actually,
I know, and I know there's like history. You can look at that stuff, but it's more fun to think about. What if pre-flood there was a lot of technology? There was a lot of, there were a lot more things going on that we don't know about that was never recorded in history. And how are we going to tie this all together? So the story starts off with everything in, Pangea. So the continents haven't separated yet. We have, everything's kind of close compared to what it is now. And so we have a lot of we can play with it. We can have fun with any of the animals that we want to create, beasts. We can make any new thing that we've never seen before. And then we can use some things from the other mythology and kind of give a basis for it. So it's going to be a lot of fun to play with.
That sounds like the perfect setting for my kind of story. And so tell me about the characters. Who are these people and what's their struggle?
Okay, so Mare, he's the bloody guy right there. He's our main hero for now. It will change a little bit, kind of like Lord of the Rings changes. They kind of focus on different heroes at different times. But he's the main guy we're going to start off with. He's kind of been battle worn. He's been through a lot of battles fighting across the world. He gets kind of ousted where he lives because of his beliefs, and he doesn't really agree with where he comes from. And then he leaves. When he leaves, he comes across some new evil forces and stuff, and he's kind of thrown into this place of what do we do about this? So they start hunting these things, and so that's what we open the story.
That one of them, the
beast.
blue rhino beast.
Yeah, that thing down there is one of the beasts they hunt, and that's at the beginning of the book. So it opens with that, and then they're heading home, but they don't mean to head home. They come home, and then they realize there's more going on than they thought, and there's a big epic battle. So then they have these guys facing them down there, and they kind of have to go fight. So that's where it's at.
Good, dude.
That sounds cool.
Fighting is the most important thing that a man can have.
Tell us, Jordan Peterson. A man should be absolutely ruthless.
Yeah. A man should kill every other man.
You have to be a monster. That's what it means.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like Jordan Peterson's a monster, but that's just my conjecture.
Those who have a sword but know how to keep it in their sheath.
Yeah. Conjecture is welcome on this show, Derek. As much conjecture as possible.
Well,
all right.
Well, Derek, I wanted, fans of the show will probably be thinking hey, that character sounds a lot like another character I know, because I was thinking that Mare, with his whole discovery of new truths and then transforming the sort of religious mindset of the primitive people among him, that's completely in line with mine and Max's book, and the same sort of plot device and the same sort of inciting action. I'm not saying that it's the same story.
We're actually suing.
Did Kevin rip you guys off?
No, it's very different. Very different.
That's what we had you on here to ambush you and destroy you.
That's not what I'm saying at all, Nicholas.
I'm just the artist.
Not what
I'm just the artist.
No, it's not the same story at all. It's different in a lot of ways, but it has that element in common, which I find fascinating. And I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine about the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah,
and how Din Djarin's character is sort of reconsidering the orthodoxy of his hardcore version of his religion.
Yeah,
and there's sort of this comparative interaction between the Jedi religion and the Mandalorian religion, and it seems like that story is headed in the same direction. So it's wild because there's these ideas that exist subconsciously, and for some reason the same idea pops up in a lot of different places independently.
Oh yeah,
because I've never met you before today, and that our books have this common thread.
Right.
And definitely never talked to Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau, and they're doing the same thing. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it's always good to question. It's you may end up believing things whenever you grow up, but it's always good to question it and come to a place of like, why is it this way? What's going on? Why am I here? You know, what am I doing? And so,
absolutely,
yeah, I think that's a universal truth for everybody. So
I got asked that question last Saturday night. Why are you here? What are you doing?
You have to ask yourself that question sometimes.
And you know, and
Why
you
did
may
I
ask
get here?
yourself, you know, how did I get here?
Who are
Where
these
does that
people?
road
Where is
lead?
my money?
Yeah, the how is worse than the why sometimes.
This is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful house.
Yeah.
And the days go on.
So fill us in a bit about your history as an artist, then, Derek. I'm interested to know.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is my first jump into the comic book scene. I've always been drawing. I've drawn my whole life. Loved comic books my whole life. Didn't get serious about it till I was probably in my 20s, and then, you know, life happens. You have kids, you get married, you do things, and it pulls you away. I'm a musician, so that took up a lot of time for me too. And so now I'm like, hell, I'm going to do it. You know, I want to get back into it. I loved it. Why didn't I do this earlier? And I met Kevin, and Kevin is of like mind with me, which we started working together, and we found out, hey, wow, we like the same things. He goes, I have this book. Would you like to, you know, draw it with me? And I was like, well, hell yeah. We were at a training or something, and I drew Batman in front of him, and he was just like, oh my gosh. And then he told me about his book. So it was pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a similar story with me and Ben. I think my art history is almost on a parallel with yours, Derek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Always been into it. Other stuff gets in the way, and then later on, you're like, why didn't I just get my head down and get it done? And then, I think you find when you reach a certain work ethic about like rolling stuff out, then you sort of see the fruits of your labor, like and people's reactions. Yeah. I think a lot of artists can perhaps suffer from. I know I do anyway. Sort of suffer from feeling like your stuff's never quite good enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, your stuff's excellent, mate. Like,
well, thank you. Thank you.
Really like it.
I appreciate it.
Right then, so
you want to see some art?
Yeah, absolutely do. Yeah.
Okay.
Only Derek, only if you happen to have pictures that you drew of either Sonic the Hedgehog
or Saddam Hussein.
I might as well remove myself from the stream right now. I'll see you guys later.
You've got to commit Harry Carey first.
I do like, I like those characters. They're real cool, but yeah, I don't draw them. I usually don't draw them.
Hey guys, it's Harry Carey. Yeah, show us some art.
Okay, so let me share. Let's see, what do we got? Let's go here. Boom. Can you guys see that?
No, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is page 3. This you did see the beast already up here at the top. I can zoom in.
Yeah.
Please do.
And let you guys kind of see. Yeah, our colorist is Dio Lima. He's from Brazil, and he's working for Marvel. He's actually, he's so busy. I can't believe we snagged him, which is kind of crazy, but he's super good. He had so much texture in the color; it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think it's really interesting how the commonality between all three of us is that everybody's working with people from all over the fucking place to make.
Oh yeah. And it's fantastic. I love doing that too because it does make it feel bigger than what it really is. You know what I mean? It gives me a sense that we're doing something on a grander scale.
I'll go with it, man. You are. Yeah. You're snagging 2 audiences, and everybody wants to push everybody to the top, man. I think it is grand. I think
Dude, it's
part of something.
I think it's as big as you feel like it is, man. Like fucking comic books have been relevant for how long? Like mythology's been relevant for thousands of years. You're forging the new mythology, bro. So don't downplay it.
I mean, that's what we're hoping. And you know, since we've been involved with everybody in Twitter and like CG and stuff like that, it's been a big push for us, man. Like we're getting a lot of support. And then it's fun to go and support other people too.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry, my dog is running through the house going
That's
crazy.
all right, mate.
So he's a big horse. But yeah. You want me to move on to the next page? I'll show you.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Show us as much as you're comfortable showing. This is my favorite page already.
Yeah, it's the bloody one.
Yeah.
So you can see Mare, spoilers, kills the beast.
That son of a bitch.
Does he ride
can't believe he would do that
at some point?
No, but he might ride a beast. I mean, we might get a beast.
We've all got to ride a beast.
Hey,
at some
don't
point.
talk about his girlfriend like
a
that.
bantha? Like a bantha?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll come up with something. I'm sure he'll ride something before long. But
I bet he will.
yeah. But for now, no. This is just for fun. He just hunts it almost like sport.
Yeah, I like the axe, man.
I like that axe. The shape, Max, always thinking the same thing as me. The shape of it, it's really cool. It's almost like got one side that's an anvil or something.
Yes.
One side that's a hammer and one side that's an axe.
Yeah, that's
cool,
man.
And that's what we call it, a hammer axe.
Wow.
And that was really the design because we're not just going to have these guys. We're going to have giants in this story. And the giants are a big piece of what's going on with why everything's happening the way it is. And so,
yeah, I know. I read the Bible.
Okay.
Oh God, awesome. Here we go.
There you go,
fucking
man.
go.
No, I'm not going to derail the conversation.
No, but the truth is, we do pull inspiration from that too. We're not going to be, we're not trying to be heavy-handed any which way, religious-wise, but we are going to play with all of it because, I think we actually do believe there is a reason there's all of it there. So why not tie it together and have fun with it? And
wait a minute. What do you mean by that? All of that
there. So why do all those religions, what I said earlier, like the mythology, why do they all have similar things in their mythology
everywhere in the world?
Is nobody else is going to bring up ancient aliens right now? Am I the only one?
You mean the chariots of the gods?
Am I the only one? Are you serious?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah,
okay.
I've read Chariots of the Gods. Like, I know about ancient aliens, boy.
Everybody says ancient aliens.
I know about the ancient aliens.
Hey, that's true. No, that's true.
I actually think those guys are full of shit. But
I
that's
do
just
too.
me.
I love ancient aliens, dude. Don't get me wrong.
It's fun to watch the show.
He's like ancient, and it depends on what you mean by alien.
Yeah,
that's true.
Have you never seen Prometheus?
Could these creatures be based in real life?
Yeah.
No,
I want it to be true. Just so you know.
Yeah, well,
I'm on your side.
I know. I want some of it to be
this sounds
true.
like ancient aliens. I'm like, this sounds like ancient aliens. That's rad.
That's awesome. So it is in that realm, though.
Cool.
I mean, it is in that realm because when we were talking about the Celestials, we don't really get too deep into the Celestials yet. Because this is the story opener. We're going to take some time to get there. And so there's a big story with that as well. So
this is fucking rad.
Yeah, it's
thank
really
you.
Cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So if you guys like He-Man,
yes.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Which one?
I knew you guys liked He-Man, by the way, but I take a lot of inspiration from design for character like that. That is my favorite character design work. I think that guy's one of the best ever.
Just a guy with big pecs and a loincloth. Like, you can't go wrong.
Well, yeah. But I also gave him like a big wrestling belt,
You want about
the
original artwork for the original series?
Yeah, I love the original comic books that came with the action figures. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely in our wheelhouse. Max designs our characters in a similar way to try to give them that kind of accoutrement to look, because you've done the same thing that we've done, and this is more similar, but it makes it cool because it makes them like, for the same audience. I think readers of our book will be readers of your book.
Yeah, probably.
The kind of way that these guys have armor and fur and things that make sense in the period, but at the same time, the kind of stylistic design of those costumes looks like, you said it yourself, a professional wrestler. In our case, it looks like a superhero, and so I think that combination of those two elements is what makes this the perfect. It makes comic books the perfect medium for these characters.
Yeah, aesthetically, there's stuff you can get away with in comic books that just don't work in any other medium. I think that's why I love drawing them so much, because you can just go fucking balls to the wall, man. Like,
you can have so much fun, and I think my style. I realize that my style needs to open up a little bit so I can have more fun, because
what do you mean by open up?
With my style, it's I'm not used to drawing some of this stuff, so I'm really pushing myself.
Man, you fucking artists and your self-deprecating, ridiculous comments.
No. That's
very,
not
very
self-appreciation.
good.
That's a fucking fact. Like, there's a difference between self-depreciation and realizing I need to work on this.
Yeah, and that's it. I know my strengths, but this comic book is pushing me to new levels, and I like that. I want to do that.
Dude, the same thing for me, man. The same thing. The comic book that I'm working on.
I'm the same. Some of the stuff that Ben gets me drawing, I'm like, fucking hell, man. How am I going to get round this?
Oh, you can draw mountains and you can draw weapons, dude. By the way, I have...
And that's all you need, really.
That's all you need, really. I have an axe hammer in my kitchen. So I can chop and tenderize meat, chop, and I just flip it over. I just chop, flip it, smash. Flip it, chop, flip it, smash.
So we got this fucking rad scar because he was flipping.
Every fantasy epic has a sword or a weapon that everybody remembers, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So, we have one in ours.
Do you? See, that's I think you have to. It's one of those
dude,
things.
Is that like a fucking first person view right there?
Yeah,
that's
cool,
very clever. Very clever.
That's sick.
So Derek, I'm intrigued. What would you be comfortable with breaking down? What you perceive as weaknesses and strengths in your artwork?
I think some of the
Mountains,
weaknesses I have.
Check. Weapons, check. Trees, check. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I would say some of it is getting away from just like strictly superhero stuff, because drawing the anatomy is easy for me, because I've been doing it for so long. It's more different aesthetics, different clothing, different textures, but then also not just drawing a beast, but making the beast look cool, like the cool factor. It's like somebody can draw Venom, and you can take Venom all kinds of different ways, right? But if you don't draw it sexy, nobody gives a shit, because it's just going to be Venom. But if somebody makes it look cool, it stands out.
There's a difference between how McFarlane drew him and how Bagley draws him.
That's exactly right. And there's my weakness. I feel like I need to blow it up a little bit.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm always on the never-ending sort of crusade to try and make my work look both looser and tighter at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. It's
confident, more confident.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. There's a real sweet spot in between.
There is.
Sort of looking like you haven't put any effort in, and put in an insane amount of effort in, really. And it gives it this sort of loose movement look, and it's like, that's better. It's pretty difficult to achieve, I think.
Aria always talks about this, like a lot of times technically better art isn't like aesthetically more fun to look at. So
this is my favorite example of that.
Yeah, sometimes
Metal Gear.
Nice,
like
Metal
Gear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a perfect example. Yeah,
like that sketchy look. Like I don't know who that artist is, but like I think Frank Miller is a great example. Like Frank Miller's
Yeah.
top 5 favorite artists for me, and like he doesn't give a fuck about precision or anatomy. You know,
right.
Because it's solid, but he's using forms, and he doesn't always finish the lines or carry out. But there's still
it looks like
weight
he doesn't.
to it.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't give a fuck, but he does.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
right.
Because when you try
so
and
much
when
of a
you
fuck
go,
that he's beyond. Now he looks like he doesn't because he does so
you've
much.
got to know. You've got to like know how to like draw
abbreviate
it perfectly. Yeah, in order to know how to not.
It's
draw
like
it.
sculpting your hair. It's like those boy bands that sculpt their hair to look like they didn't do anything to their hair. You know, they're like.
Well, it's like music. It's like how the notes you don't play are just as important as the ones you do play.
Yeah,
that's
it's the artistic equivalent of bedhead.
It's the artistic.
Sometimes you wake up and it's great. I know mine is. I know mine is all the time.
Do less.
I'm an artist.
Do less. Dude, Max, when are you gonna get some real wigs, man? Like, I want you to wear like a Vegeta wig.
I mean, next show. Now you've said that.
Yes.
Nice. Have you guys seen Eric Canetti? Like any of his work?
Next week's show might be this week's show, by the way.
again,
We may not even get around to talking about Sonic and Mario, which I'm okay with, by the way. I don't care. That's just another week that I don't have to prep video clips.
What did you say, Derek? Have I ever seen that?
Eric Canetti. Have you seen his work? Yeah, he's part of CG. He put out Arc.
The name sounds familiar.
You should look him up. He's got that. It's a rougher style, but it's so good, man. He does such a good dynamic style. What's that?
I'll definitely check that out.
What has he worked on? Sorry.
Arc Athena.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy is good.
Man, it's fantastic to look at it. Great coloring, great art, everything. He's just fantastic. He worked on, I think, Eon Flux back in the day.
Oh, God,
okay.
yeah, I know Flux. Yeah,
he's a cool dude.
Shit right there, dude.
And he
It's like it's really tripped out, but it's together, and you can see what you're looking at. But
Dude,
like
Eon Flux was one of my earliest influences because I remember catching it on like MTV in like 1997.
Yeah, the short. I always felt like the shorts that they did were better than the actual series. Like the series.
Yeah, I think so too.
A bit pretentious.
Yeah, like the forced perspectives they use and the angles.
He worked on Rugrats as well, right?
That show is so confusing.
Not sure.
Yeah, he was the artist for Rugrats, and Eon Flux was like his antidote to that because the body designs are like
the opposite.
Totally opposite. Like everybody's really long in Eon Flux with like giant limbs, and obviously.
Didn't the guy who did Eon Flux have a reputation for like never drawing feet? Like you never saw a foot ever.
What's his name? Peter Chung. You're talking about Peter Chung, right?
No. Well, I mean, I don't know about the guy that created all that, and I think I know he worked on Eon Flux, but I don't know what he did in what capacity.
Right.
Yeah, I love Eon Flux.
Oh, you're talking about Derek Canetti.
Incidentally, this is why I didn't pick Sonic the Hedgehog as my favorite character.
Yeah. Doesn't suit you. Oh my gosh. So I do want to be fair. So I gotta ask Latif, what's going on with you, Latif? It's been a while since you've been on this show. It's great to see you.
Oh yeah, good to see you, man. Same shit, different day. Mostly just doing art jobs and doing design jobs. I just got finished with the Tailless toys, and then now I'm going into the design for that. There's a book called Mighty Mascots, and they're trying to get some figures done.
Nice.
So
nice.
There's another book you might have heard of called Rokon, and we definitely want a figure.
Dude, I want an Asadi figure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
An Asadi figure would be fucking badass.
Do you have any figures you can show us right now?
Oh yeah, sure.
He just takes his shirt off. This one right here, baby.
It's 3D print Nick's torso.
Dude, I would buy that. I would pay for that.
I would buy that.
Yeah, this is one of my figures that I sell on the site.
Yeah,
he's
dude. That's so
nice.
dope. Do you
he's like
ZBrush these or like?
Yeah, mostly ZBrush, and then on 3D printing, then recast it in plastic or resin. Like this one
fucking tight, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Really good. I need one of those of Mare, man.
Yeah, I was just going to say, your dude with his big hammer axe, it looked quality.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Toy.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really sick. And then this is the rubber. So this is like the LJN wrestling materials, like those WWF figures.
Cool. I like that.
That would be good for Mare, that material.
Yeah, that would be sick. And then you can paint it and stuff like that too, when you want.
That's actually the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Dude,
that's awesome.
That's so sick. I'm like legitimately super fucking impressed.
Yeah, man. Latif's shit is legit.
Have you not seen them before?
Dude. Damn, that's tight. Dude, that's so fucking cool. I need to learn how to use ZBrush, bro. I'm so
Nick, you need to follow Latif Grafight Toys.
I will.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah,
sure. Definitely. Yeah, I'll follow you back and everything.
Nick Unlisted. Nick Unlisted.
All right, cool.
That's me.
So what's up? Have you got any of the tailless figures there?
Oh yeah, the tailless. Yeah, let me open this one up. Well, I got a Chase figure right here. In this bag, in red, but the figures are gonna be in blue. So this is the blue one. This is the one that they can get if they back the campaign.
Oh, dude, that's such a fucking badass perk. Holy shit!
How good is that? Right? That's the best perk. I swear to God, that is the best perk on a comic book campaign that I've ever seen.
It's cool, isn't it?
Fuck, that's so cool. God damn it! Why didn't I think of that?
It's not too late, Nick.
I know, dude. I need
everybody
fucking Asadi.
He's on our team, man.
Figure.
He's one of us. We can all work with him.
Dude, could you imagine how fucking stoked Danny would be if I got an action figure of him made?
We could have like a whole gumbo machine worth of everybody's figures, everybody from CGI.
Yeah, we're gonna make a whole collection. The CG collection.
Yeah.
I better be way taller.
No, not you, Nick. Our characters. We're gonna do a more.
You want a full size figure?
We're gonna do Rocom figures, and we're gonna do.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, that would be fucking tight. That's super cool.
Yeah, man. The dream is to expand into action figures, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We've been talking about that. Episode 1 of Saturday Morning Cartoons, we talked about that. How our dream is to make comic books, but also to make toys.
Heck yeah!
Exactly. I love that one.
And then this is gonna be for a comic book that I'm probably gonna get put on Indiegogo.
Nice.
But I still have to put together the new art for it because I have an 8-pager for it, but I did it a long time ago, and that'll probably be like an ash can that I include, but I'm not happy with that artwork, so I'm gonna redo the comic and
rejig it.
You do your own art, Latif? For
the book? I do the art and write it.
Oh man, you'll have to come on and put the book.
I never definitely knew you were working on your own book. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just haven't finished it enough to really like open up a page and do the.
Yeah, I feel you. It takes a long time to get there. Let me know, Latif, if you want me to take a look at your script or your storyboards, and give you some pointers. I'll let you know what I think.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because like this is the 8-pager I did, but this was for the school assignment, like way back.
That's cool, man.
Frank.
Yeah,
the Frankenstein character.
Yeah, basically we had the part of the assignment was we had to take a monster and reimagine it, but then I started doing my own thing. But part of the project was that we had to actually print a comic book and get it printed. So we only had 8 pages to tell the story, but like the story I want to tell would be like probably like 50 pages. So I have to go back and repaste everything.
That's awesome.
That's so fucking cool.
That's awesome. And like the tailless figures, especially, remind me so much.
Yeah.
I know that you were going for like the muscleman style, and I have a lot of those. But like,
Right.
but the way the Keshi figure is shaping up, it reminds me of this collection of Sonic figures that I have. This one's my favorite.
Yeah, the PVC. Yeah, those are so dope.
You know, they
Yeah.
come out really clean because like the Sonic character and the Knuckles character and the Tailless character, because they're they stylize the animals, so like their hair is such an expression of their personality and you know the it's almost like their superhero costume is their hair.
Yeah, basically like they're top heavy and like the details on their hair and how their hair moves.
Big heads, big hair, and I really like the mustache.
Right.
You know, the whiskers, I guess would be the right word. The whiskers that Tailless has, and you captured that so beautifully with the figure, man. I love that.
Yeah, we'll have something for you soon for Rokan.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, we've been finishing up the design for you to draw a 3D Rokan.
Cool.
So yeah, dude.
Fucking rad.
I have a question. Is the material that you can make that with? Can you paint it?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you just you can with the resin you could just you can paint it straight up, but it's easier to spray primer on it or like a clear primer and then paint over that. The same way you would do the D&D minis or whatever. That paint will work for it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, see, we were thinking about that before, and I feel like I'd get carried away with painting it.
Yeah, that would.
Each one would take me like 1,000 years.
Yeah, but it would be fucking tight though.
But
you see, that could be a perk. That would be a sick perk.
It would.
Like,
be.
Yeah,
it would be
like a fully painted one.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that because I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it would the magic is in painting it yourself. So like if we did figures with the purpose of being painted, like because like Max and I were kind of torn because we love those muscle figures, those Keshi style dolls,
right?
Like which is pretty similar to the way the Tailless figure came out, but we also really like tabletop game minis, like for D&D or Warhammer or something like that. So that's the style of toy that traditionally people paint themselves.
Right.
So
yeah, I think Rokan like fantasy like it lends itself to that more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can play on that with the sales pitch as well.
So what we're thinking is like Keshi size, which is a little bit bigger than D&D minis.
Right.
Sort of Keshi size figures, which is more cooler anyways because it's a bigger size, but like of a material that you could paint. So,
yeah, definitely.
So like gamer, nerd, fantasy
fans,
those are our readers. So they can buy the figures that we make and they can paint them themselves. If you want to paint one, Max, and have it as a perk, obviously you can do whatever you want. But I would imagine, and I could be wrong, I would imagine that fans of Rokan would want to paint their own figures.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't even know if I'd be any good at it. I've never painted a model before, so it might.
I would want both. I would want one I could do, and I would want one painted by him.
Because I think it would be kind of cool to have like a contest.
Yeah.
Like the most creative painted Rokan, and then it can like, because especially when you get to like bad guys and monsters, when you eventually do those figures, and people start painting them all kind of weird, zany ways, you know.
But you know, it would be sick if we did the figures right, but then when we recopied them, the resin we use would just be the same gray that they use that they spray for the primer.
Right.
So that they wouldn't have to prime it. It would already be gray.
Primed. Yeah.
Yeah, and gray or black because it's easier to paint on black too. And then they'd be the Keshi size, but they'd be in the color, and it'd be easier for them to use their paints.
That's exactly what I had in mind. Yeah.
Like there's a
that's so fucking cool.
There's a guy in Russia that does those. He has but he has they're miniature size. But like, see how he uses the resin, but he already recasts it in the color, in the gray. So it's a Keshi,
right?
But it's solid resin.
That's solid.
That's cool.
So you can paint over it. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It looks sick. It looks sick either way, because even when you take a picture of it and it's not painted, you can see all the details and everything.
So what I would probably do is have a perk where you get 2 figures. Because like the same way that y'all did the pumpkin spice versions of the Taylor's figures that were printed in orange and that smelled like that, we want to do weed. We want to do cannabis smelling green colored figures of Rokon.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Right. And it's happening, man. This is all coming down. So like I was imagining probably for the next campaign, like you can get 2 there's one perk where you get the one or the other figure, and one perk where you get both. And one's green and smells like weed, and the other one is like Ray Prime color, so you can paint it yourself. I would want to have both, because I really enjoy aesthetically the monocolor figure.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I like that. So I would want one of each.
True, definitely. Yeah, I like the monochrome, and I don't think there are enough figures like that are already the gray that you can paint. Like you usually have to spray something over it.
Right.
So like when it comes in gray, that would look sick.
And a lot of times people feel like if they were to spray the primer on themselves, they kind of feel like they're ruining it.
The detail, you soften some of the details sometimes.
Yeah. So that makes it easier to just be like, here's a version of the toy that's meant to paint it. That's made with that purpose in mind. And then where you have 2 of them.
Exactly.
That's what I would want.
Would you be able to make it where they could snap together, like pieces could snap together, so there were movable parts or anything like that?
Oh, totally. That's my next project to start like printing them bigger and making the arms fit into the body and stuff like that, like a vinyl toy. Yeah, I can do. Yeah, definitely. That would be sick.
So Max and I and Aria had the idea if the figures all had one hand that was like this, and it was like uniform, the same size of the grip,
right?
So that if you made accessories for them, they'd be interchangeable. So I could put Taylor's gun in Rokan's hand, or I could put the Immortal Asadi's Rokan's sword in Immortal Asadi's hand, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because what would make a sick accessory? Fucking hammer axe, right?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like imagine
everybody wants a hammer axe.
Taking that accessory and putting it in the different toys.
Right.
That was I'm gonna start putting y'all's weapons in the background of my comic. We're like, cameo.
Cameo weapons.
Great name for a metal.
Yeah, you have permission to do that, Nick.
Yeah, there'll be like a warrior in the background with the hammer axe. Be like, fucking crossover, bitch.
Hammer axe is cool.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fucking cool.
Cameo weapons.
Yeah. I don't think we're talking about Sonic versus Mario today, and that's all right.
And then you could have like a treasure. You could have a little treasure chest that you put all the weapons in.
I like that idea a lot.
That's right.
And that would be
like Skyrim, where you can pack it all in.
Yeah, exactly. And that could be a perk for somebody where you don't know what's in there.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, we're in the new golden age of fucking comic books and nerd shit, because now we are in control.
I'm making it right. You know how hard this would have been back in the day, like to just
impossible.
No, impossible back in the day.
Yeah, impossible. Like, even the major companies back in like the 70s and 80s were recycling old action figures. Like the first Star Wars stories were fucking recycled bullshit from fucking what was the series that they used the Star Wars action figures from? Do you know what I'm talking about, Max? There was like already a series of toys out, and then they just took those molds and painted them like Star Wars and released them.
They did that with.
They didn't have the capability to make the new toys like this. Now we got 3D fucking printers, and Homeboy can make brand new shit with ZBrush at his house.
Yeah, I know they did that with some of the old He-Man toys. So like,
the same
Battle Cat and Panther.
Yeah,
just
like Luke Skywalker's action figure was like jacked as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they just swapped.
Which I really like. Yeah.
Right, they swapped the heads and they swapped the color palettes, and then you don't even realize it's the same guy.
Exactly. But now we just make
everyone
brand new
falls
ones
for it as well. I still like blue He-Man better than the original He-Man.
Oh, yeah, the
really?
colors on him is sick.
Just because he was blue. I just couldn't get my head around it as a kid. He's like, it's He-Man, but he's blue.
I always like Zartan changing colors. That's
Yeah.
Right.
We could even do that at home now, like changing colors and like double casting, or like you could put a skeleton in a guy and then have it change to transparent when you put it in water. We could do that at home now.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now I'm making
Now
that
you're
character
speaking
and
my
putting him in
language.
Rokan.
Scare Glow, wasn't that your favorite
Scare
version
Glow, I
of,
fucking
Scare
love
Glow.
of Skeletor?
Any alternate version of the main characters I like. I used to lose my shit over as a little kid. Don't know why.
Yeah, like Stinkor was really Merman, just painted.
Yeah.
Because you're a rebel. Because you're a rebel and you like things to be the wrong color.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mossman and Beastman were the same guy.
I tell you what else I want to do. I know I'm always barking. We start talking about toys. I'm always barking about this, but I need to incorporate a hologram at some point. I need to do it.
Yeah.
What was that show that you liked where the toys all had holograms?
Visionaries.
Jim and the holograms.
Yeah.
And there was another one where they had where they had robes, and then in the robe you could see a hologram. What was that?
Yeah,
one? Supernaturals. Oh yeah.
I had them motherfuckers as well. They were cool. I used to be blown. Weirdly, my parents came round a couple of weeks ago and dropped off a load of old toys that I'd had as a kid, and there were a load of Supernaturals in there. I didn't remember how
sick
intricate. How intricate the designs were in the
artwork in the hologram. Yeah,
they're amazing.
That's
and
cool.
they change. It's like
they move a little
versions of the same person that they sort of change into a creature.
Yeah.
It had me looking up online, like, how do you do them? And I think you have to build a model, and then you like, there's some kind of laser that you imprint the model onto a sheet of perspex.
Oh wow!
Looks crazy.
Wow, damn, what's it called?
It's a certain type of hologram, and I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, lenticular printing. That's what it is. Lenticular.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like really it's like they print it in shards, like in vertical lines. So when you turn it, your eyes see one image, and then you turn it the other way. It's hard to explain, but it's crazy.
It's really cool. Even like for back then as well. It was pretty amazing.
Whoever thought of that was crazy. Like whoever thought about doing that and actually executed it.
Because like the hologram has, like you said, there's different layers, right?
Yeah, the photos don't do it justice, but they're cool.
Right.
I know
that one wouldn't go down well now, would it?
I used to have some similar toys, but yeah, basically like you're right. Looking at the photos, you can't really tell how they work.
Yeah, it looks deep in real life. It looks like deep, like you're looking into.
Like you rotate it, and you can see different parts of it depending on the angle.
Yeah,
the castle behind it had like this big coffin that you could open, and it was like a path like Dante's Inferno into hell. It was really,
and it's like it's a mind fuck because it looks like it looks 3-dimensional, but it's only on a 2-dimensional plane. But it looks like you can go in there, and it's crazy.
It was like the big fad in the 80s, wasn't it? Like all the different releases of toys went through this phase of having like
a hologram and
the hologram versions. I think that was when I was at my peak. I want toys time. It's just stuck with me. So I need to make a holographic toy, and then I can die.
I wonder if we find this. There got to be a way to do it easier now.
Check this out. This one you can see it pretty well.
Look at that! Look at that top one, man. With the little dude inside it.
Yeah, and it's the same toy. Like depending on which angle you look at it from, you see a different
image.
Yeah,
it's metal.
There's got to be a way to do that in the 3D program and then save it out for that format.
Yeah,
because then we'd be able to do so much.
All their weapons would glow in the dark as well. They went for it.
Yeah, glow in the dark we can do. That's true. That's easy. But the hologram thing would be so sick, Max, because like I'm thinking right now, like imagine if you had a toy with Rokan where like there's a hologram of the turtle symbol, and then you rotate it, and it's the ant symbol. You know,
Oh shit.
two different gods that Rokon believes in.
Yeah, that would be sick.
About that.
There's so much we can do, man.
Yeah.
Man, we're just
all it is it's a sticker, so all we have to do is find out how to get the 3D image lenticularly printed onto the sticker and then stick that onto the toy.
Sure. Yeah, get it measured out properly.
Lenticular hologram.
Lenticular.
Yeah, that was in my head because I was looking up the other stuff like about a week ago, like like those kids' toys where you crank it and then it looks like it's moving. I think it's called it's like a Zotrope where you crank it and it looks like it's moving, but it's telling a story and playing music. You ever see those toys?
Yeah.
Like I was trying to figure out how they did that, and then I was like looking it up, and then that's how I found out like it's lenticular printing.
Wow.
Yeah, it took me hours to find the right because there's about 5 different types of hologram.
Yeah.
I would just like to make a note that I'm so glad that as an adult, I'm talking about action figures and not cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, I've been talking to a friend of mine about having Rokon perks made into NFTs.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I think that's another direction we're going to go with the second campaign.
What the?
Well, we're going to have to because everybody's about those fucking NFTs now.
Right.
I personally think NFTs are a little silly. Like I own the rights to this digital
NFTs.
Image.
Yeah, see, like I don't understand when they have like, say, it just looks like a what do you call it? A Twitch avatar, and they're trying to sell it as an NFT, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move. It doesn't.
Well, you can replicate it at any point.
And then like
that's the trouble I'm having.
Because the point of it is that it's meant to be something that you can't replicate, right? It's
right.
Meant to be one of a
you
kind.
Can.
Sorry,
you won't be able to replicate. You won't be able to replicate ours. I don't know.
Yeah, like if it's animated, like there's no way to really just copy.
Well, you just double tap your screen and record it as a video, then convert that video to a GIF, and you've got the animation.
Oh,
but it would be a low quality, so you still wouldn't be able to have it in HD.
What is going on? My dog is being crazy.
The true symbol that we live in a digital age.
I don't know, man. I just feel like the freedom of stuff being digital. That's the thing that you give away. You give away the original.
Right.
Like I just think that because it's always evolving. I just think there's always a way around replicating anything as soon as it becomes visual. When Adobe tried to
somebody's going to figure a way to get it.
Yeah, Adobe tried to do it with their software, right? So they made the software, it's on the website, and then you have to pay a subscription. Well, I've still got them all. and they're way more complicated than an NFT.
Right, that's true.
Like there's always a way. It's constantly, and then they'll put a block on it, and someone else will pirate it, and then they'll put a block on it, and then, like
Max meant that hypothetically one could
easily.
Yeah.
There's going to be a way to.
I meant the proverbial eye. Like we've all got it. Really.
He doesn't actually do that. He's just saying he figured out hypothetically that someone could do that.
Yeah, there's always going to be a way to work around the exclusivity and get it and extract it for free.
Yeah. That was my point. I haven't really got them.
True.
NFTs is no
fucking wild. Boy, once upon a time, people used to commission artists to do artwork for them, like physical artwork.
It's 11 a.m., boys. We got 2 things we can do. I'm glad that we spent our time the way we did because these are more important things.
Yeah, definitely.
To talk about. But do you want to go for another hour and talk about Sonic and Mario, or do you want to just make that next week's topic?
No, man. I say just fucking move on to next week's topic next week. Just don't worry about it. But if you want to talk about Mario and Sonic now, then be my guest. However, I've got to shoot. I've got a few things.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because if everyone has places to be, we're not have time.
Yeah. I've got to bounce. A lot like Mario on a mushroom.
I think your opinion's covered.
Yeah, I've expelled all my conjecture for the hour.
All right.
Well,
Next.
anyway, you're the leader of the show, Ben. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, what I think we should do is just make a different thumbnail for this video, and change the I think we should change the description of this video on YouTube and give it a different thumbnail.
Okay, I'll put Derek popping out of the dish and a picture of Mare popping out of the dish instead. Then
great, and then we'll just do Mario vs Sonic next week.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, right, guys.
Sorry to give you more work, but
no, it's all good, mate. I would have had to make a new one anyway.
Yeah,
you gotta be malleable to these things,
because I have a lot of really funny video drops that I don't want to go to waste. So we'll get to them next week.
Okay, no worries.
Nice.
Thanks for coming on, Derek. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, your work looks excellent, mate. I hope you come on again and let us know how it goes with the campaign, because
man,
very interesting.
Yeah, man.
Make sure both of y'all add me on Instagram. It's at @NickUnlistedX.
Nick Unlisted.
Okay.
Oh, and if you want anything shared, just send it to me and I'll share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Twitter.
Cool. We launch on Friday, so.
Okay.
Oh
cool.
shit!
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Sure I'll push it there.
Fuck yeah! Add me on Instagram and I'll plug you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I always plug everybody on CG when I go on Twitter. That's all I do on Twitter. Is just plug people that are CG, just to show that there's so many. There's way too many comics out there to be paying attention to
the mainstream.
Yeah, so every time I go in there, it's, oh shit, CG. Let me share that. Let me share this.
Good.
Cool, man.
What we want.
All right.
All right, I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna hit the conjecture.
Thank you, guys.
Good show, y'all.
Advertisement. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.
What do you got to eat? Here, guys. Ooh, what's this say? I don't know. What's that say? I know, but I'm not going to tell. I think it says it's good.
Conjecture Hoops contains all the presumptions, assumptions, and off-the-wall postulations a growing kid needs. Conjecture Hoops. A big bowl of bullshit.
As we've just seen, drugs make your problems go away. So make it the best day possible. Remember, it's drugs that counts. Take one and take a chance.
Saturday morning cartoons.